life, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be back, you guys. This is officially the longest I have ever gone without posting on the channel, but I realized that it had been 6 years that I had been doing this channel and doing this work, and I had never so much as taken maybe 5 or 6 days off. I'm kind of a workaholic. I love this work. It's more than just work to me, it's a lifestyle, but I got burnt out. I really needed a break. So I took a couple weeks off, and I just want to thank all of you guys for your support and your patience with me. I did have some of you guys reach out. I'm fine, I'm okay. I put a little post up in the community section. I just needed some time, and I feel so refreshed now. With that said, I am open for personal readings. If any of you guys are interested, my same day readings are back in stock, and I do have my Pro Tarot course still available. So check that out if you're interested. The information is below. But today we are here to talk about new beginnings. What area of your life wants to grow? I made this tarot spread for you guys, and you can take a screenshot and follow along if you'd like. I suggest that you pull your own cards with me so you can get a more personalized reading. But I've set the intention that you will be drawn to the right card or crystal for you, and that you will get a message today that will help you understand what area of your life is really taking off right now, what wants to grow. We're heading into a new season. For many of us, depending on what side of the equator that you're on, we're going into the fall. And this is a time of new beginnings. This is a time to plant seeds. We've got harvest season upon us, so you're probably getting a lot of manifestations right now. There could be some really cool things coming into your life. There is a little bit of like a mini death cycle going on as we release things that no longer serve us. Just as the trees prepare to shed their leaves and release and make space for new growth, you are very much in tune with these cycles and seasons, and you could be doing the same thing right now. So this is a time to think about what we want to release. This is a time to think about what metaphoric seeds do we want to plant. And even though we'd love to see all areas of our life have a complete makeover and pop off, sometimes it is best to just focus on one thing. Remember, whatever you focus on grows. So this reading is intended to help you have a point in the right direction, get a nudge where you need it so that you can take advantage of this energy and really be in the flow. So if you're ready to receive this reading, simply take some deep breaths, ground your energy, and then choose the card or the crystal that you feel drawn to the most. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, head down below to the comments or the description where the timestamps are posted, and you can just click on your timestamp and instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. And I will see you for your reading soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, we're going to get into this spread, and we're going to start with the first question, which is, what area of your life is ready for a new beginning? So what area of your life is ready for a new beginning? And we are getting partnerships. I mean, honestly, I think this has to do with your love life. Your love life is definitely ready for a new beginning. So you know what? I'm going to get my love cards out. This wasn't supposed to be a love reading. This may not resonate with everyone, but I'm just feeling this intuition to pull out this deck because it seems like some of you guys are just really at a crossroads in your love life. You could either be torn between two people, because I'm getting that 2-2 energy. We're seeing one person over here that seems like a more logical decision, and then there's another person over here that's bringing you this opportunity for adventure. So this could be almost like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay with my partner and, just stick with what's safe and what feels familiar? Or should I go for something new, maybe go single, take the road less traveled, something kind of like that? Let's see what's going on. So for some of you guys, there is a decision to make in your love life. There is a decision that needs to be made about getting what you want. Sometimes in order to get what you want, you have to release something. So for some of you guys, you might have to release your current partner or release that person that you've been in the talking stage with forever who hasn't been giving you any opportunities, or maybe to release the idea of thinking that this person's just gonna fall out of the sky and be dropped into your lap without you having to make any effort. Maybe this is releasing one path or one strategy. Maybe it's releasing online dating so that you can work more on building authentic connections in real life. Not trying to diss on online dating. I know people who've met and gotten married from that and are very happy, but it could also be releasing toxic dating culture, or perhaps releasing a lack of boundaries. It could be releasing, these doubts and insecurities about yourself. I would really journal about what it is you need to release. We're actually going to look at that in a second, but it just seems like something needs to be released in order to make way for something new. Now, what I am seeing is that you are going to be getting to know a new person really soon here. This is the area of your life that wants a new beginning now. So for many of you guys, you're going to get an opportunity. Somebody new is going to come in your life, and you guys are going to be in that phase of just really falling in love with each other. And it's going to feel different this time because I'm getting from the cards that this is a true love. And these cards here could be reflecting a breakup that you recently had and how your heart has cleared, your energy has healed, you're open now for a new partnership. So I'm just getting so many signs. Somebody's going to come in your life. You're going to meet somebody. You're going to fall in love. And then for a few of you guys, this could be healing in your relationship. I will say that when I see this card here, the partnership card, and then getting to know each other, it does remind me of a couple that is already dating, and you guys are in that honeymoon period of falling in love, and you're telling everybody like we're together now, and you could even have plans to move in with each other to get closer. It's like saying I love you for the first time. So overall, this is very, very positive energy. So now we're going to look and ask, what is Spirit asking you to release? Just like how the trees shed their leaves in the fall, what do you need to release to make room for this new beginning? Ooh. I feel like you've already released what needs to be released. This is the Hierophant, but in this deck specifically, it has a lot to do with your friendship group or your community or the people around you. I was already getting the impression that there was like a breakup a little while ago, or there was someone that you were like in the talking phase with that was just drawing it out forever, like on and off, hot and cold energy, and you had to cut that person off so that you could move forward. For a few people, this could even be releasing a toxic friend, someone that was just draining a lot of your energy and your time, like codependent type of relationship. And it's like as soon as you let this person go, all of a sudden this love opportunity pops up, and it's like you weren't aware of how much energy that person was actually draining from you. There's just a message to protect yourself and to protect your light and to protect your energy. Not like you have to be worried or anything, or look over your shoulder or be like super cutthroat with people, because look, people make mistakes and not everybody is perfect. But there's a difference between, being understanding and like tolerant of people and differences, and then actually letting yourself be a doormat, letting yourself be walked all over, and like continuing to allow someone to hurt you. And I feel like you learned a lesson recently of cutting cords and walking away from people that were just continuing to abuse you. And so I get this vibe like now what's going on is like you can have this beautiful growth. Going back to that example of the tree that it's shedding its leaves, you cut off the dead weight, the dead branches, you release the dead leaves, and it makes room for this new beautiful growth. And look at you. This is like your metaphoric tree of like abundance and good energy and good vibes and manifestations that's just like popping off. And so, yeah, you're going to get a new love opportunity, or your relationship is going to grow. There's nothing holding you back anymore. All the blockages are removed and released. It's going to be a really wonderful period, a new beginning in your love life. So next, I just want to ask final messages. What can you expect to be celebrating with this new beginning? What are you going to be celebrating shortly here, right around the corner? Whoa, we're getting a really interesting message here. So I just feel like what you're going to be celebrating is like the end of this chaotic period in your love life, at least for a while. Like things were just really rocky for you. Things were really rough. And who knows, maybe you were doing like a bunch of pick a card readings and they were all saying like, you're going to get this good energy. Someone's coming in, and you kept like wondering, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And it felt like the timeline just was like being pushed back. And I feel like there's evidence around you right now, either through a specific person or situation, that this is turning upside down, like in the best way possible. Like the energy is moving in your favor. True love is upon you. And, you know, this isn't the end all be all to our life. We really should not base our happiness and our feelings of security on another person. But it is nice to fall in love, to meet someone beautiful, to witness the love of the divine manifest in another person. It's one of the reasons that we're here. And so it is normal sometimes to feel a little empty or a little out of place or lonely when you're not in a relationship, you know? I love how we're, especially as women, we're continuously reminding each other to find love and fulfillment within ourselves. But sometimes it's inauthentic when we pretend like we're too strong on our own, or like we pretend like we don't want it. If you want it, you can have it. And you got to be patient, and you got to do the work. And love isn't always easy, because a lot of times relationships are going to reflect back to us like a mirror, aspects of ourselves that we need to love more, that we need to accept more, that we need to heal. It's not always a cakewalk, but it's worth it. And I feel like it's something that definitely makes life worth living, and you're worthy of it. And that's something you had to realize over time. I feel like for the longest time, you got depressed and kind of down, thinking that this is never going to happen to you. And now there's signs that it's either on its way or it's here. And so your guides are saying like, this was happening behind the scenes the whole time. Like the energy is always moving in your favor, and it had to happen this way. There were some lessons that needed to come, some blessings that needed to happen. And even though you were full of uncertainty and you experienced a lot of betrayal on this path, it wasn't like perfect that the first person you date would be your true love, you get married or whatever. You know, you did deal with a lot of unrequited love. Your guides are seeing how you're able to look back. It's almost like your strategy to appreciate the connections you've had and like what you've learned from the process and how it's gotten you here, and you're the person you are today because of it. And so you're doing a lot of processing right now. It's like kind of a time of a little bit of a life review. It might be hard to kind of place exactly what it is you're feeling or what's going on. The energy has definitely come to a standstill. But they're just saying, look, if this hasn't happened yet, it's coming soon. Many of you guys, this is already happening. And they're just reminding you you will always receive favor from the universe. You will always receive what you're looking for. And everything's always happening in the best possible way for you. And really, the best thing you can take away from this is to let go of timelines. If you ever find yourself at a place in the future, again, where you're struggling with feeling lonely, or that love isn't coming, or frustrated with the process, to just know like you're meant to learn gems of wisdom along the way. This path wasn't meant to be perfect. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. You know, no one promised us that this world was going to be perfect, but I think you'll be able to look back at the chaos and see the beauty of it. And you know what? The beauty of it is you. you know, like the choices that you've made, the lessons you've learned, the person you've become. That's the biggest takeaway you have from all of this. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Share your new beginnings and love down below if you resonate with this, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, we're going to get right into this spread, and we're starting with what area of your life is ready for a new beginning. So what area of your life is going to have a new beginning? One card, and it's the Hermit reversed. Wow, I'm just laughing because the way that came out was just such a bold energy, and it just flew out of the deck, and that is so the vibe around you right now. Your guides and angels are telling you it's time to come out of the cave. It is time to come out of hiding. You have been hiding too long, my dear. Actually, you've been hiding just the right amount of time. Look, I'm going to turn this way so you can see it. Sometimes in life, we do need to pull back, either in order to protect ourselves and our energy, or perhaps to heal or grieve or mourn some type of loss, or maybe just because we're really tired and we just need rest. Sometimes it's just because like we're kind of over the hustle and bustle of life. Sometimes we go through periods where we lose a lot of people. It could be a natural thing, like the transition, like out of college. A lot of times everybody's going to move back home or go different places or get job opportunities. Some people you remain friends with and some people you don't. Everyone kind of goes off in their own direction. So you're just kind of left alone. Other times it's because you've decided I've leveled up. I don't resonate with these people anymore. Or maybe you realize like you let go of an addiction or something and realize a lot of your friends were really toxic or something, like you have to cut people out. Maybe you got a really great opportunity and you moved somewhere new and you find yourself alone because of that. Whatever it is, you've definitely gone through some type of hermit mode. And by hermit, I mean there hasn't really been a lot of people around you. Maybe not as much activity, maybe even not as much opportunity. Sometimes in life, we're just chilling. It's not always fireworks going off all the time, falling in love, crazy opportunities, windfalls of abundance. And, I feel like we want those things, but the truth is, if that was happening all the time, first of all, it would be really overwhelming. Second of all, we'd get used to it. We wouldn't appreciate it so much. I think true love is special because it's so rare, and it's maybe a once in a lifetime thing. I think an incredible opportunity is beautiful because it's rare. It might not happen every single day or every other week. I think in our consumer-driven society, we're so used to getting things that we want so fast. We can find something online, covet it, order it, and it's on our doorstep. We're hungry and we just like order some food and it's on the table like that, and sometimes we don't appreciate the value that the best things in life sometimes are rare and take time to cultivate. If you go out in nature, you'll realize that nature moves pretty slow. I encourage you, as maybe a follow-up to this reading, as like part of integrating this message, to perhaps plant a seed in a pot and tend to it and watch that seed grow and mature into the fruit or into the blossom. Because you'll see that it'll sprout and that's exciting, but it's not going to grow that fast. It really takes time. Attune to the pace of nature, and it will really help you to realize that the growth that you're going through might be subtle. It might come in phases. There might be little moments of like quantum leaps forward, but you're not going to be quantum leaping like every day. We just weren't meant to do that. That's not the nature of who we are and the nature of our reality. And so the Hermit, this card is reminding you that this was just a cycle in your life. This was just a season. You're not always going to be lonely. You're not always going to be resting. You're not always going to be healing. You're not always going to be mourning. This was just a cycle and now it's over. And so they're saying this new beginning is actually going to happen in your social life. There are a lot of people who want to meet you. There are people from your soul family who want to unite with you. There are projects that need your help and your expertise and your gifts and your talents and your input. There are jobs out there with your name on them. There are, best friends to be had. There are wild nights to celebrate with others. And so your guides are asking you, are you ready? Because even if you are someone who identifies as more introverted, you can still have this. It might just be a matter of incorporating your boundaries, knowing how to say no, communicating with people how you are. I made a friend recently. I made a friend, you guys. And I told her that it was sad because I had to leave. I met her in Croatia, and then I had to move, and it was so sad, and I really want to stay friends with her. So I told her that, but I also told her that I'm an Aquarius, and sometimes I leave people on read and I don't reply right away. And like, I have this job, which I'm like always talking to people. So sometimes like I will maybe not respond right away, but it doesn't mean that I don't care. I'll get back to you when I get back to you, kind of thing. For me, that's like setting a boundary and just being honest and like letting my friend know what they can expect from me. And I have to do my part to make sure I follow up and I keep the friendship going, but also like, I'm a little introverted. So I've learned that about myself, and like I've learned to communicate with people like what I'm looking for, what's too much for me, if I need that time alone to recharge, etc. So if you're like me and you love the idea of having friends and you hate being lonely, but you're also introverted and need your time to recharge, like communicate that to people, and your true friends will understand, and they won't try to be codependent and attached at the hip with you, or they'll also work to keep the friendship going as well. So yes, it's going to be a lot to juggle. And I'm also getting this message about work. Like, it's going to take work because some of these people might not just come out of nowhere and approach you, and they might not pursue you. You might have to pursue them. You might have to notice that you're clicking with that person and to ask them for their number, or to ask them for their social, or to ask them to coffee or to hang out, or to ask to chat. And that's really all it takes. I'm getting this message that maybe you've been sad because you feel like nobody's doing this, or nobody's coming to me, and nobody's liking me this, but it's almost like, are you providing value for other people? Are you asking them to hang out? Are you making the effort to reach out with that friend you lost touch with, that you miss? Are you making the effort to go into social, situations? It can be scary, but once you kind of get back on the scene, get back out there, you're going to realize you're back in the flow, and like, it's going to be so much fun, and you're going to get a lot of inspiration, and this might just be what you've really been missing. Don't feel bad that you've been kind of in a rut of just hanging out with just you and your boyfriend, or you and your girlfriend, or maybe just you and your bestie, or you and your family, or your cousin. But I just feel like there's more people that want to come in your life, and you're ready to leave this hermit time behind, and you're ready to go. So now we're going to ask what needs to be released in order for you to take this opportunity. Just like in the fall when the leaves, fall from the tree, we too sometimes have to make room for new growth and new beginnings. So what wants to be released to make space for this social time and these amazing new people and your soul family and opportunities? Okay, so sometimes social opportunities and hanging out with friends and going places is going to take some money, right? You might need to pitch in to rent a cabin with your friends so you guys can have a weekend away, or maybe a friend has an opportunity for you to come out with them somewhere, and you might have to, pay for your drinks or get around, or get your dinner, and this stuff isn't always cheap. And so there's a message about how you need to look at your spending habits and budget more for time with others, budget more for trips and adventures and spontaneous things. And I do get this message that that's what wants to be released, is maybe sometimes we buy things to make ourselves feel less lonely. I don't know if any of you guys out there do that, but I used to struggle with that in the past. Like, I comforting myself through material items instead of just focusing on, finding inner peace within myself. And look, I'm all about treat yourself. Like, you guys know, look at me, I got my nails done. Like, I'm definitely a material girl. But, it's not always about that. And it does take an investment. Don't let the, oh, I'm broke be an excuse why you can't go out and have fun with people. Make that a priority, budget it, work for it. Also, I'm getting the Tower reversed. Other than that, other than just like saving money and being prepared because you're about to get a ton of social opportunities, maybe travel opportunities, and you want to be ready, honestly, I feel like you've already released anything that was blocking you from this. I mean, we got the Tower reversed. It makes sense that if I take both of these cards and I turn them right side up, it tells a story kind of what you went through recently or in the near past, which is you had some Tower moment which caused you to go into hermit mode. And so you needed to heal and like protect yourself. And so now that's behind you though, and you can move out of it. I think your guides are just saying that was a season, it's over. And it also makes me wonder if this Tower thing had to do with your work or your job, because we're seeing money here, Pentacles, the Tower, and then we also got the work card, which I saw a different meaning from, but it's interesting, fascinating. But yeah, I mean, you don't really need to do much other than just get ready, like act like it's gonna happen. Maybe get yourself some going out clothes, invest, save, have some fun. You're gonna have so many wonderful opportunities. So let's get a final message now. I'm just gonna ask, like, what are you celebrating with this new beginning? So as you move into this new beginning, what will you be celebrating? Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. This is so exciting. The path to your dreams or to success or to, the best version of yourself or fulfillment is here. Do you ever just feel like you're kind of off the path, or like your life has just come to a standstill, or like things aren't moving forward? That's kind of where you're at when you're in the hermit mode. But they're saying you're really going to be celebrating and super happy about the fact that your path is going to move forward and you're going to be getting a lot of opportunities. Because oftentimes when you pray or you set a goal or you make a wish, the answer can come through a helpful person or, a helpful group of people. So you're going to be the answer to a lot of these people's prayers, but they're also going to be answering your prayers. That's why it's so important not to cut yourself off from others, because other people, usually bring blessings to us. And so I'm also getting this message that you're going to receive an opportunity to be part of a project that could potentially change your life. It could take you on a new career path, perhaps. It could help you discover something new about yourself or your talents and gifts. Other people oftentimes can, they're not as biased about ourselves. A lot of times we can have biases or imposter syndromes and stuff like that, and other people can see sometimes, hey, you're really good at this, can you help me with this? And like it just clicks, like, oh, that's the path I should take, or that's a gift I should cultivate. The desperation and the longing for something to change or for friendship, that's going to be gone. You're going to be celebrating that, like, it's here, I'm happy, I feel fulfilled, I'm surrounded by beautiful, amazing people. And then we're also getting healthy feelings, because you're going to find that you've leveled up. So the people around you are going to reflect that as well. And you're going to notice that, like, it's a lot healthier of a vibe, a lot more fun energy, not the kind of people that are tearing you down, but lifting you up. And that's just so exciting. So you have to let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, we're going to get right into this spread. And we're starting with the first question, which is, what area of your life is ready for a new beginning? So what area of your life is ready for a new beginning? This is so unexpected. This is a really big energy. Okay, so I'm getting a message that there is a dream that you have had for a really long time, like since you were like a child perhaps, or a teenager or young adolescent. It's something that's always stuck with you, and you have put some work into it. Maybe you took some classes for it. Perhaps you like have dabbled in it. You've stuck your neck out. You've tried. It could be something other people know you for, but then at the same time, it could be something you've kind of kept secret. A lot of times I've noticed, at least on my path, that like I'll choose anything but that one thing because it's like safer. Like sometimes we're scared like that if we actually go for that one thing we really want, and that if we fail, it would just be like the worst thing ever. So we'll do something kind of like it, or we'll like avoid it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something kind of like that for you that you've held really dear to your heart, and other people might write it off as like a pipe dream, but you're at this point where you're just like, you know what? Screw it. I want to do this. I don't care if like I get famous for it or not. I don't care if I make money. I don't care if it's like people know me or what they for it or what they think. I just know I'm going to be miserable like if I don't try this or I don't include this in my life. And so this is the Chariot, because you want to get on this path fast. It's a couple of decisions. So it might be like you needing to move to a specific place. It might mean you needing to invest in some equipment, take some classes, do some research. Like there have been some blockages because you're like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know who's going to help me. I don't know how much it's going to cost, or like I can't afford it, or like I'm not in the right place, or I'm not old enough, or now I'm too old, or like I'm too ugly, or I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too, this or that, or my nose is like this, or, I was better at it when I was younger, or, I wasn't a prodigy with it. So now like it's too late. Like, I don't know. I just hear all these excuses, and I'm getting this vibe that like something has changed inside of you where you're just like, I just don't care anymore. I just want to do this thing I love. I also feel like you've been watching other people like online, on TikTok, have new beginnings and make fresh starts and take risks and take leaps of faith and like document their journey. And it has been helping you to kind of watch other people be successful, or to start at the bottom and like to be more real and more authentic about it. It's really helped you, and you're like, maybe I could do it too. So this might be different for every person who's watching this, but I'm getting that this is the Magician and you're ready to manifest something really big with this. And look, it might not happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, but that's your new beginning, is that you're finally going to put this energy out in the world. Risk being seen as stupid or as starting at the bottom or lame or amateur or whatever, and just go for it. And so you're ready to get those roots in the ground. And I'm actually getting this message. The roots have been in the ground for a really long time, but you're ready to like, the sprout is ready to come up, and like a little bit of like, hey, I'm here. I'm growing. I'm doing this. That energy is ready to come forward. So it's a really bold, exciting time in your life right now. So the next part of the spread, just like in the fall, when the leaves are falling from the tree, making room for new growth, what do you need to release in order to make room for this new beginning? So what do you need to release? The fear of being seen. This is the star. You are the star, and you're ready to shine. You're going to have to come out of your shell. You're going to have to start that website or that TikTok. You're going to have to get out maybe in your community. You're going to have to take the class with the beginners. You're going to have to sign up for that thing. You might have to get a second job, whatever it is. Like you're just afraid to commit to the path and let people see that's what you're doing. You're afraid to share the gift. It's not even about the fear of what other people will think, but that's part of it. It's almost like you've been trying to downplay this side of yourself for a really long time, because there are other people around you who aren't as bold. There are other people around you who aren't meant to shine like that. There are other people around you who are on different paths, and you just haven't really been surrounded by that many people who are on this path. You're on a unique path. So you're just like, I'm going to have to just forge this path by myself, and there's not as many examples out there, and I'm just going to have to do me. And that's what's scary, is like Spirit's really asking you to forge your own path and to do it your way. And so it's like this fear of being seen. So you're going to have to release that fear. And it might not even be release the fear. Just feel the fear and do it anyways. Like me, every time that I go to do a reading, I'm always like nervous about getting in front of the camera. Like today, my background just looks really janky, but that was where my light was. And I just was like, well, whatever, I'm not going to let that stop me, being a tarot reader. Gosh, I fear all the time what people are going to think, that they're going to judge me and think I'm trying to be like some kind of prophet or something, or a cult leader, or like something crazy. And like, I'm just sitting here reading my tarot cards, whoever wants to hear it, You're always going to have those fears. You're always going to beat up on yourself. You're always going to doubt yourself. You just learn to tune out those thoughts. You learn that it feels better to just be real and be authentic. You learn that it's more fun to get out there and shine your energy, because you end up attracting like-minded people. You end up attracting the best friends of your life. You end up attracting opportunities. You end up attracting abundance. For me, giving this gift has helped me to attract a life of full-time travel. I travel the world full-time because of this. And it's incredible, and I'm so thankful. And like, you'll never know what you attract by just putting the thing out there, or by just being yourself, or letting yourself be seen. So it's so worth it. So I'm getting into this, you guys. Let's move on to what will you have to celebrate on the other side of this new beginning? What will you be celebrating as a result of this new beginning in your life? What? Look, oh my gosh. Receive, beginning. I love that. Music? I feel like somebody in particular needs to see this. It might not be everybody, okay? But this came out, and I just feel like there's someone here who needs to be in. And it's weird because I was thinking about singing or making music when I was first tapping into this energy. So there's definitely like a couple people here, or one person here that needs to see this and know like not to give up on your music. The rest of you guys, this could be saying use crystal bowls, use solfeggio frequencies, use sound healing, make an uplifting playlist, use that to pump you up and motivate you, because there's a lot of stuff that we're hearing and we're reading and we're seeing all the time that's just fear-based and like lowering our vibration. So you need to encourage yourself. If you're going to get out there, be the star and break some chains and take a risk, maybe you need this to help motivate you. But they're saying what you're going to celebrate here is being reunited with people from your soul family, maybe even true love, because oftentimes when you step forward into being very authentic, you're going to attract the people and the places and the things that are meant for you. So definitely new people coming into your life. And I love that they're saying just receive this new beginning. It's something like that. It's already in progress. Like you've already gotten on this path, or there's nothing you can do to stop it, because it's just who you are. It's part of your true essence. So they're just like, just open to receive it. It's here. It's coming. I'm also getting that like, you're going to find it's easier to speak your truth or to write your truth as part of this journey. You're going to be celebrating that like your throat chakra is opening and becoming unblocked, and like your creative expression is just like at an all-time high. And then the last piece of advice we're getting, it's just like a little piece of advice for you, is to build habits to be consistent with this. Because it's not enough to just every other Saturday spend an hour or two on it, or to get really excited and build your website 3 days, but then never like start a social media page to promote it and direct traffic there. You have to be consistent, and it's really easy to like get on a creative high and make something over the course of a couple days, but to actually spend the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years continuing to build a community, or continuing to get your energy out there, or continuing to build your craft and get better at it and practice and learn, that's hard. So it does take dedication and consistency, you know? Think about this right here. If she rides this deer, I don't know. If she rides this deer super, super fast, it's going to burn out and collapse. But if she keeps it at a steady pace, it's going to build momentum and consistency. In the end, she's going to get where she wants to go, right? That's you. Momentum, consistency, a good routine, healthy habits. It's all part of it. So a lifestyle change might even be part of this process, but you're going to do so well. You're going to have so much to celebrate, and your new beginning is here. You are the star. I hope this reading resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out.